What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. We haven't posted a video in a minute and I apologize about that, but I've been super busy. But today I have something brand new for you guys, and it's something that pretty much every Tacoma owner, 4Runner owner, Tundra, Sequoia owner can use. And let's go ahead and show you guys that right now. This is my ram mount, the X grip. This is very solid and very good at holding my phone. They have a bigger one for an iPad and stuff like that, and it holds it very, very good, very solid. This is mounted to the Expedition Essentials PAM mount. This is the 3T PAM for the Tacoma. They have one for the 4Runner and other makes as well and models. This is great, but one thing is that you do have to use two hands to squeeze it to allow it to hold onto the phone. And the other thing is that you can't rotate it from the horizontal position to vertical or vice versa. So it has to be in one orientation unless you loosen up the knob and rotate it completely, requiring two hands again. So this little guy right here is the off-roam phone mount. There's a three-piece, or it is a three-piece part: the phone holder part, the arm, and then the vent ring, which is right here. This one is made for the Tacoma. It will go inside the vent right there. It can be used for any of the 4 vents you have in the Tacoma. And obviously there is a 4Runner version as well. They also have a 22 Tundra version, and that one will work on a 23 Sequoia we have tested. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to install this one on the Tacoma. It's very simple, basically just as simple on any of the other models as well. So let's get this installed. There is one issue though. If you guys have an aftermarket vent ring like we do, this is the Miso Customs Chrome Delete Kit vent ring kit. So it'll look like this, but if you guys don't have it, it'll just install easily onto your vent. But if you guys do have any aftermarket vent rings, it will require a little bit of modification. And it's kind of a bummer because this was supposed to be a super easy install and it turned out not to be. So normally this is what the vent ring looks like. It has that lip, but what we had to do is we had to trim it down, as you guys can see right here. Right there is where we started trimming. And we trimmed pretty much to that edge, that line that you guys see. And the reason for that is this vent ring clamp on the off-roam mount. It has a lip. Let's see if I can show you guys that. Let me zoom in a little bit. It has a lip right there on the outer edge, and that is what really grabs onto the vent. That way it doesn't fall off and it's super secure. So I trimmed that with a Dremel with a sanding disc on it. So here's another look right there. See how it's fat right there and then it gets skinny. I basically went to that line like I said, and I only did the top half because that is where I'm going to mount the vent ring clamp. So I'm going to reinstall this back in. I'm going to show you guys how to pull this out too. So here is the trimmed piece that I've trimmed down to work. Install it back in, and then I'll show you guys how to pull it out. Make sure everything lines up. Okay, push it all the way down. With a tool like this is just a little pick tool. So here is one side that is, factory. What you need to do is just pry on that, and then it'll come out like so. So you don't have to take this whole thing off. Just grab a little one get in there, the crack, and then pull it off, and then work your way around it, and then you should be able to pull it off like so. So I'm not gonna take it off completely, but you guys get the point. There's 3 tabs. I believe it's here, here, and here. Just go all the way around, pull it completely off. But now that this is back in, I'll show you guys why I trimmed it. So the sun's kind of annoying, but right there, it has a small gap now where I trimmed, versus down here, there is no gap. So this is the line that I was talking about that I sanded it to. Since it's plastic, it was super easy to sand, but as I come up there, you see that gap get bigger. So I started right here, sanded it down all the way to right here. So basically from here to here, up has been sanded down slightly, so that way there is that small gap. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and install the clamp. So we'll pull this down just a little bit, get that up like that, position this clamp wherever you want it to be, and then using the provided Allen key, you guys will just tighten that down. And normally you would do this with 2 hands, so try to push this up with your left hand and then tighten this with your right hand. There is a rubber piece on the back of this facing one, so it'll prevent any scratching or vibrations or anything when you're off-road. And now this thing is super solid. So, and then you still have maximum, airflow coming through. Obviously you can't close it all the way, but that's okay. Normally if I'm closing any of the vents, it's going to be those 2 if I don't have a passenger for a while, so there's no reason to really warm up or cool down over there. As you can see, that one's closed. So there we have it. There's the install of the clamp, just like so. So super solid. Now we grab the arm, this arm. I'm going to put the phone holder on it as well, and then connect it to this and show you guys what it looks like, just because I can't do it with the camera. All right, so there we have it. The arm is connected to the vent ring ball, and then the phone holder ball is connected to the other arm, or to this arm. So now it's all in one place. I like this one that it's lower than the ram mount one too, because the ram mount one was way up here and it did block some vision from the front. So it is nice that this is a little bit lower, and then you can also obviously adjust it, to be even lower if you want it directly towards you, a little bit to the right. And I still, since I trimmed the vent ring down so far, and I'm able to move it, pretty much wherever I want it. But normally I like my vent to be slightly like tilted this way, so that way it aims directly towards me when I'm running the AC or the heat. But I'm probably gonna have it somewhat right there. I'll throw my phone on and show you guys what that looks like. All right, so here is my iPhone 14 Pro, and I've tightened the wing on the arm so that way it's solid. You put it in, slide it in, and boom, it is in. One hand operation. It's solid, not going anywhere. And then check this out. You slide like that for horizontal mode if you need to or want to watch anything on YouTube or anything like that. But there's that. The other feature is that the arm is adjustable, so you can bring it forward a little bit, so like that. You can also pivot it back, so this is forward, this is back to the left, back to the right, forward and down to the right. So you can really just play with it and get it really in the position that you want it to be. So I kind of like right here, so right there pretty much. But if you don't want it to block the vent too much, move it off to the right a little bit, and there you go. That's like all the way right and to the top right there. So very minimal blockage from the vent while your phone is on there. When the phone's not on there, it doesn't really block it at all, but I'm probably gonna have it somewhere right there. Once you have where you like, just go ahead and tighten it. And there, you're done. So if you guys do have the 3T PAM mount or any of the mount up here, you can obviously mount other things to it. You know, this is the RAM mount. You can mount your iPad over here still and do other things, but the off-roam phone mount is definitely my favorite, just because you can rotate it, you can take it off and put it on one-handed, super easy. I didn't tighten that very tight, but you get the point. And then you can put one over there for your passenger, whatever you want. But basically you can mount it anywhere you want, but obviously this is the perfect spot for the driver. So all right guys, that is going to be it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys that brand new product that we got, and it's pretty cool. I really like that it's aluminum. The build quality is amazing. They have the padding and the rubber material where it needs to be, and it's definitely a very, very well thought out product, and I'm going to be using it a lot. It's going to stay in my truck, and we're going to be actually putting one in the 4Runner and the 22 Tundra and all that good stuff. So very cool. They have a lot of different makes and models, so if you guys don't have a Tacoma, don't have a Toyota in general, they have other makes as well, and make sure to check them out. But if you guys do have a Toyota, be sure to check our website, runningfortacos.com. We will be stocking these because they are so nice. So we'll have them in stock, ready to ship. If we don't, it'll ship next day if they're in stock. So be sure to check them out. We like them a lot. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.